feel free to download the full podcast on all major streaming sites, including iTunes, Apple Music and Spotify. Also, check out the KRN store and grab yourself the latest KRN merchandise and accessories using the keyword KRN10 for 10% discount on all purchases. Thanks for listening and enjoy the interview. Hi guys, KRN TV is pleased to announce a partnership with Manscaped, the one-stop shop for all your male grooming needs. For a 20% discount, please use the code KRNTV20 and please find a link in the description. Thank you.
I'm going to try and keep myself composed today. Now that was a lie! You believed me, didn't you? Didn't you? I'm fighting next Friday, 13th, unlucky for me. I'm not a criminal, I'm a fighter. Yeah, if I was a criminal, I'd be a very good one. Or I'd be doing life in prison, but I'm not. I've never had no education, so 12 years I've done the fight game. So self-defence, I hit two fellas, but they was two of the other fighters that was fighting on the next show. Who was that geezer? He's banned from one show, but he's knocked me two good fighters out. He went, I want him to fight on the show. Well, I've been around it all my life. I was more of a, how can I put it? A WWF Ultimate Warrior. Yes, hit him with the chair, sort of. I was fuck all that jabbing move bollocks for an hour with a pillow on your hand. Yeah, let's chuck them on the floor and screw them up. When I pick my kids up, they'll come running out. Before I realised we're all with weapons, trying to chop me. It was all on video, trying to chop me. I sort of got the weapon off of them. Serious injury happened. Yeah, on them. I was lucky to be alive. 6 weeks from the day that I took the fight, I come out this day after I come out of prison, I got shot in the face. I'd wait till they left, and then when they left, we'd run, wouldn't we, Phiz? We'd get the Cherokee, brother.
Welcome back to KRN TV. We're bringing you the most exciting interviews from around the world. Today, delighted to be down at Camberley Boxing Club with the fighting Gypsy sensation superstar Tony the Rhino Giles. Tony, how we doing?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you very much. I'm going to try and keep myself composed today. Now that was a lie! You believed me, didn't you? Didn't you? I'm fighting next Friday, 13th, unlucky for him. I am very superstitious, but I'm sure that I'm definitely going to give him an unlucky Friday the 13th in the O2 Arena. Come in? You better come. Do you want to take it?
Thank you very much for giving me the time today. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, Tony. It's
That's all right. Don't push it much. Don't worry.
Let me give you a little intro. So, for people who don't know, most people don't know who you are, but Tony has done great things in the fighting game. Previously in the kickboxing, K1, MMA stuff. Former world champion, numerous occasions, and also been star of numerous TV programs, from Big Fat Gypsy Wedding, Gypsy Next Door, and most recently
Secret Life of Gypsy Kids,
and most recently Here Come the Gypsies as well. Also,
Beyond the Cage, Alex Reid, done all the breakfast shows live with Gabby. I made a bacon pudding with Eamon and Ruth. Yes, on This Morning. Yeah,
and on top of that, you're starring in all these music videos of recent as well. You're in loads of them of late, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, you've got to. It takes all ingredients to make a cake. And I believe we are the bakery of the year. Yeah, I may be the nut, the chocolate chip of it all. Yeah, but as I say, it all sorts of adds itself up with, listen, I'm not a criminal, I'm a fighter. Yeah, if I was a criminal, I'd be a very good one. Or I'd be doing life in prison, but I'm not. I've never had no education, so 12 years I've done the fight game. And it has been a hard, long pathway, roller coaster.
Fucking easier ways to make a living, aren't there, than fighting?
Yeah, there's easier ways. But they also, as well, the lifestyle. I don't drink. Yes, so I don't drink, don't go out partying, I've got 5 kids, just got engaged. I'm a pro fighter. They don't really go too well. A night out the next day and you've got some big foreigner with a big hairy chest wanting to rip your head off, it don't really go too well, you know. So it's, you got to get to the point of picking a pathway, and then so I picked my pathway, cracked on. I've had 7 titles in England and around the world. I've been training. I trained with Colin Barrett. God bless his soul. He died last year, and 10 years with Colin. We went all around the world fighting and training. So that's very hard. We took on London Shoot Fighter, fought against from welterweight to heavyweight. First ever Gypsy to get in there and win a K1 world title. And I went in there, listen, there was no previous. Now, have you ever heard of another Gypsy in the cage having been pro and trying to make a career out of it? No. So when I started as well, it was like cage race days, UCMMA was just starting. Yeah, so I was lucky enough to have the godfather of UK MMA, Mr. Dave O'Donnell, take me underneath his wing. But it was a funny story because I went with Jamie Earn to watch him fight Big Ben Smith. Now this was in 2008, I believe. And so we've gone to the Dutchavelli Arena. I'm his corner man, but I've been training down there with him. I'm getting ready anyway to have myself a fight. So we go there and I'm watching the process. Jamie loses in the first round to this Big Ben. God bless him, you know, like, yeah, he tried, but he failed. So we was in the lobby on the way out. A big fight broken out between Jamie and some of his teammates. So I had my...
Between Jamie and his teammates?
No, Jamie and Ben's teammates. A fight broke out. So I went monk style. You know, monk style. Yeah, so I'd done a little bit of No, anyway, so self-defence, I hit 2 fellas, but they was 2 of the other fighters that was fighting on the next show. And I knocked 2 of the fighters spark out. They had to get an ambulance, one of them had to get their jaw wired. Yeah, so Dave O'Donnell got in contact with Jamie and went, who was that geezer? And Jamie was like, I don't know, mate, I've never seen it. He said, he done your corner, Jamie. If you don't tell him, he said, I'm not going to get him nicked. He's banned from 1 show, but he's knocked me 2 good fighters out. He went, I want him to fight on the show. He said, so give him my number. So then when he rang me up, I thought he was having a laugh. I thought, there's no way in a million years. I thought, I'm going to ring this number and Bird's going to pick up. Rung the number, I thought, I didn't believe it. He went, hello, Tony. I've been waiting for you to call. He went, do you realise the other night, was you drunk? I went, no. I said, it was a sticky situation. He went, you knocked 2 of the top Titan fighters spark out. He went, pretty as you like. He went, do you want to fight? I said, how much do you want to pay me, Dave? He said, we're getting to a negotiation. How many tickets can you sell? What can you do? This, that and another. Rule number 1, no getting in trouble. He went, if you want to work with me, you do not get in trouble. You keep away from all those bad people that do bad things. You train, and I promise you, I'll get you title shots, and I'll turn you into, he said, one of the biggest UK fighters. He said, because you've got character, he said, you can punch. He said, so let's just see where we go with it. And I thought, you know what, it's got me a talk that no one else has ever really, it got me an opportunity. So obviously I jumped on it. Of course. The cage birds in them days. Oh no, I'm only joking. So
where did you get the skills from then? Going back then, were you boxing as a kid then?
Right, so my older brother Mark, he won all the amateur titles, schoolboys, junior ABAs.
And where was he training at?
Foley Arms, Boxing Club, Claygate. My brother Ruben, he's an unbeaten pro fighter. He had like 9-0, but he had 54 amateur fights, won all the competitions, lost 4 out of his 54.
Is he the one training with John Edwards?
Yeah, that's it. He was training with John Edwards. So, but boxing to me, where I've been around it all my life, I was more of a, how can I put it, a WWF, Ultimate Warrior. Yes, hit him with the chair sort of. I was fuck all that jabbing move bollocks for an hour with a pillar on your hand. Yeah, let's chuck them on the floor and screw them up. So that's what I liked and I loved. So as I was growing up, I'd done the boxing, but my heart wasn't in the boxing to do. I'd rather go to work and earn money. I worked on logic and I thought to myself, I would rather go to work with one of my uncles, you get money every day. Yeah, then wait about all day long, skipping, dieting, yeah, to box that amateur show. But still train with them all.
Yeah.
And from the age of 6 years to up until about, I've done a decade. A whole decade, 10 years without missing a season. Yeah, that's going from junior up into senior, and just obviously it gets routine in your life. You know, if you get programmed and you go there, it's like going to school. You're at that gym 3 times a week. It's your social. It's your life depends on that gym. Who's fighting, who's not. And when my 2 brothers was in it, it was like a constant thing. But my dad pushed my 2 brothers a hell of a lot. And I was about 24 when my dad died. He was only 46.
Rest in peace to him.
45, God bless him. But where he pushed my brother Mark so hard, and I was only pretty young when he died, it was heartbreaking to even walk into a boxing gym. Never mind, even when I'm in a boxing gym now, I can see him everywhere, and that sounds weird, but I can. And I can also, when I see one of the old fighters that we used to fight with years ago, like God has blessed me with this fight that I've got this weekend, because I've got a corner guy that my dad used to be friends with from when he begun as a pro. And he had 40 odd fights, done really well. And my dad always used to talk about him, and loved him because he just had something that no one else, you had to go through what he went through to know what he knows, So if he would have went a different way, he would have been world champion. But he done it his way, And as I say, and he's bumped into me a few weeks before my fight, and it's got me like that second gear, and it feels like I am getting watched by the Holy Spirit.
Beautiful.
Come on, Lord. The Rhino needs a win.
So you're getting back, you're actually going to have a boxing match, but talk to me about being able to handle yourself in general, outside of the boxing ring in the cage. How important is that coming from the Gypsy travelling community?
Well, put it this way, we're very tribal. We're very tribal. Little bit medieval in some of our beliefs, but it works. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Listen, it boils down to right and wrong. Yes, if you are in the right, then you're winning. You've got everyone behind you. But if you are in the wrong, it don't matter who you are, and all the rest of the community look at each other. You got to remember, what did I tell you at the beginning of this? About Gypsies. What happened to us 200 years ago, and I proved it to you. 200 years ago in this very country, what did the king and queen of this country...
Persecution. If you're a Gypsy, you could get killed for it if you didn't leave the country. It's terrible.
That's why big up the Gypsy Mafia crew, Brent Park crew, Lime Road, brother. But this is what I'm saying. I don't tolerate any sort of street violence, criminality, nothing like that. Trust me. If you want anything in life, work for it. You want respect, you got to earn it. And it don't come, you can't buy it on the internet. You've got to get out and you've got to prove yourself to other people as well as yourself, and it takes a long time. I've earned my stripes on the street. That's why I can wear that on my arm. The Gypsy Mafia, the Rhino, because I keep all of my allies in my kingdom.
You spoke about doing right and wrong, so say you're someone who don't do no wrong.
And this is what I'm saying, in my kingdom it comes down to right and wrong.
But if you're someone who doesn't get into these situations, you're not someone who causes problems, is it still important to be able to handle yourself?
Can I just tell you this? It don't matter whether you're 4 foot tall or whether you're 6'7". It don't matter 23 stone or you're 8 stone. Anyone can pick a knife, anyone can drive a car. And everyone has to take their wheelie bins out once a week. So that morning time, if someone's got a problem with you, it don't matter whether they can handle themselves or not. Trust me, they're being bonneted, brother. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? This is what I'm saying. It ain't about whether you can handle yourself or whether you can't. It's the difference between, it's good to know for your body, to stay fit and to defend yourself in case ever your back's against the wall. If you're going to do any good out of it or earn money out of it, follow it through and use that as a job. If you're not going to do that, use it as a hobby. Watch it, like it, love it, do a little bit, as I say, follow it, but as a hobby, not as what I've done. I've made it my life, for all my life basically.
So I'm guessing you've obviously got your boy doing a bit of training, and then you've got him learning a bit about boxing and then fighting.
No, I won't let my boy he can do some amateur stuff, he ain't doing no pro stuff. Don't let none of my kids do it. It's too hard, too much pressure. Do you know 3 of the people that I turned pro with in 2000 and at the end of 2008, 2009. That's 3 of us when we turned pro, and one of them's brain dead, the other one hung himself through depression. This is what I'm saying. And this is when I sit and think about the beginning of my career. I think about the times I used to get picked up and took to the gym. I think to drive past the cemetery and think to myself, oh my God, how have I even made it? Because it is pressure. You get put everything into one night. You have a bad night at the office, which everyone has a bad night at the office. You have a bad night at the office, yes, you wake up the next day and it's like a feeling. It's the worst feeling in the world, you know. It's like, yeah, it's the worst feeling. It's like dying, you know, but still being alive, walking around. I'm dead. Yeah, no one can see me. Yeah, I can't eat or drink, taste nothing. It's the worst feeling in the world, and it feels like nobody likes you, nobody wants anything to do with you. Yeah, and mental health, yeah, it's very hard to put up with that, and because you're a fighter, and you want all the other fighters to respect you and not think that you're cuckoo, like me. They got to put a brave face on, a poker face. They can't show a clink in the armour. So this is what I say to you about. I would hate my son to be going through anything that any of them other fighters had to deal with in their careers, you know, because I would much rather get a machine gun and take a few enemies out. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. You know what I'm.
And so, like I said, you've had a crazy career in professional fighting. Talk to me about the 2 questions. Who is your toughest opponent you ever had, and what was your best performance you ever had?
My toughest opponent is a girl, blonde hair, Sophie her name is, and we've just got engaged. So this weekend, and I've never been married. I've got 5 kids, but I've never been married. And now this is going to be my biggest battle. What I face, yeah, uncharted water. So.
Well, good luck to you, both of you.
Exactly,
going in the future.
because a fight is 15, 20 minutes, half hour at the most, out of your life. That's how much you've got to stay alert and put your all in and do what you've been training to do. If you don't train properly, if you don't get your mindset right, if you don't bring all the aspects to the game, then what happens is you fall at the hurdle. But if you do it for long enough and you're around people that know how to do it and they've learnt you, yeah, then it comes natural. And it's just another day at the office. It's harder in the gym to train and the pressure of everyday life, then it's a good night. When you're fighting, you're in a big arena. I fought at Wembley 2019 in September. I stood up and looked out at the Wembley Arena and I was like, I cannot pull. I had to look, first of all, there was no one else that there was all video camera in. You know, all them little lights everywhere. I was like, oh!
And so you know where you had obviously trained properly, you could enjoy the moment then, you're saying on the night you could enjoy it.
Like, it's a feeling like no other. 12 years took me of climbing up a ladder, getting knocked back down, climbing back up a ladder to stand in front of all those people that paid their money to come to Wembley
What's
Arena.
The adrenaline like then? Fucking
The
insane.
adrenaline? Look at me! Ah! That's what the adrenaline's like.
Okay, so that's
half naked, running around, 70 foul looking at you.
big.
Now, if you've got a hairy back and you ain't shaved it before a fight, it plays about your head. I swear to God it does. It fucks about your head. Like a Persian rug up your back.
And so what was your best performance where you were sort of, your best performance against a tough opponent where you feel like, I performed unbelievably there, I did?
It's got to be when I come, right, in my 12 years of being a pro, there were some obstacles that I had to face, and as I say, I was never a criminal, so I never had the aspect of going to prison ever in my life. And then over a situation with my kids, and just one situation that I knew nothing about, I just got caught up in it with basically my ex-missus, new partner's family. I went around to pick my kids up. They all come running out because I had an argument earlier on that day. My mum didn't know about it. Went to pick my kids up, they all come running out. Before I realised, we're all with weapons, trying to chop me. It was all on video, trying to chop me. I like sort of got the weapon off of them. Serious injury happened. Yeah, on them. I was lucky to be alive. But I went to court for 10 months over it. I looked like losing double figures of my life. Yeah, 2 Section 18s with a tent on their front doorstep. He lost 3 fingers. His wife had a chest plate broken. Yeah, and all I'd done was had a black eye. But they tried. They waited till I got there, and they all pulled their weapons out, and it was just lucky, pure luck, and years of training.
That's what probably saved you that day, it sounded like.
No, that's what saved me. They all fell over one another, and all I'm going to say, it was pure luck that I never had my head chopped off. Because as he went to chop me, I leant back and I saw it come up, it hit his hand and 3 of his feet. God bless, if I could go back now, I would have never walked in the pot. I would have gripped my brother's truck as hard as I could in reverse over the lot of them. Yeah? No, I'm only joking, I wouldn't have done that. But I would have went around it a different way. I didn't know. It was one of these things I got caught up with. And as I was going up to court, I'm in there thinking to myself, how have I gone from being on TV, training with the best in the country, to being sat inside a room in high security, looked like getting a life sentence, because my charges carried a life sentence. When I come up to, and I knew in my heart, I went that day not knowing to pick my kids up. I didn't have no weapons on me. I know there's 6 witnesses against me, and then that's where the religion must have come, because God touched my life in that prison. Because God touched that my life. Everybody said, even the solicitor said to me, it's a shut in dry case. You went to their front door, whether they done whatever, I know you had no weapons, it's on camera. There's 6 of them, and you on your own. Yeah, go guilty, get a 3rd off. I went, I didn't go in there with any intention apart from getting my kids. I refused to lose all my belts, my career, and go guilty. Yes, let's go to trial.
Fair play, takes the balls to go to trial.
Let's go to trial.
Yep.
Shit or bust. And I knew in my heart, and I thought to myself, the worst thing now is how am I going to explain it? You know, so I sat in there, but Saint kept telling me I was going to church every Sunday in there, and I was like sitting in there thinking to myself, how has this got to this situation in my life? My dad's just daughter died the year before. I'm in prison, look like getting a life sentence, and the people that put me in here are looking after my kids under police protection somewhere, yeah, for 10 months.
Oh my
in a high security prison. People, murderers, terrorists, gypsies, yeah, but there's people in there that have been sentenced, and I never got sentenced, innocent to the proven guilty. That's what I said the whole way through. Anyway, 10 months gets to the trial. But, like, on them 10 months, I realised something, that every day of my life I took for granted. Because nobody does what we do. I've got a selected few friends, yeah, and I am so privileged to have them around me. We don't interfere or do anything wrong to anyone else's life. All we want to do is live a happy life ourselves. We train, we make music, we fight, we film, we do everything, you know, and we ain't got nothing to hide. Look at us.
Sure.
Yeah, all we want to do is earn a few quid and live a happy life, and we respect it every day. You know, and challenges, we love them, you know, and all the mistakes that we made in the past made us all who we are today. The Gypsy Mafia, GM. Oh, no, I'm only joking. Sorry, that's for me.
So one of your previous opponents, you had a fight with Alex Reid previously.
Alex Reid, I thought
quite a lot of angst before it.
Yeah, like Alex Reid was one of the top UK fighters, and everybody said there was a little bit of outside. I like Alex from the bottom of my heart. He's a good person.
A bit of needle before it though, weren't there?
A little bit of aggravation before it. So, but I don't even want to talk about that because we went through so much together. We raised a lot of money for kids with cancer. Yeah, we went to for Christmas Day. We went sponsored by Argos to go to the Royal Measden Hospital and give all the orphan kids with cancer presents. And as I say, that was a process because I realised that day, I thought about the whole time I was in prison, that all them little kids in that hospital that I took them presents to a few months before, yeah, they never even had a mum or dad, yeah, and I'm sitting in thinking to myself that I'm hard done by it, and they got terminally ill, they're going to die, yeah, and we're walking in, they're giving them a plastic toy, all right, and they're looking up at us like we're Santa Claus, you know, so that makes you open your eyes and realise how lucky you are. Never mind put into that little predicament where I was 23 and a half hours a day, high security prisoner. Yes.
Puts it all in perspective, doesn't it, when you see the terminally ill children, doesn't it?
Well, this is what I'm saying, it opens your eyes. I've got 5 kids of my own, yeah, and I may have had a very, very roller coaster lifestyle, and you don't believe everything you hear and everything you read in the paper. Because I believe that I wouldn't be here right now, yeah, if I wasn't a good person. Maybe crazy, yeah, and maybe very antisociable at sometimes, but a good heart, you know, and good heart always prevails.
Of course. So you had a little bit more drama at times in the past as well. Did you get shot previously?
Got shot in the face. This is what I'm saying.
So how did you come around?
6 weeks after I come out, let me get back to this. The build up to the court was an 8-day trial. Now there was me against 6 witnesses. Everybody told me in my heart, every time I went to church on the Sunday, it was like they was talking directly to me saying, if you ain't done anything wrong, yes, you will be okay. Yeah, or don't lie to God. Yes, do not ever put your hand on that Bible and give false judgment. So, and they said it every weekend, and I was like, I didn't know whether it was the old Bill has got this man to stand in front and try and brainwash me into getting up. Yeah, and I thought, oh, I'm not. I would rather go to prison for the rest of my life than lie to the big man, because I realised that there is something. Yeah, there is something definitely more to this life than what we think. Yeah, there is a higher intelligence, because it told me in my head, in my heart and in my belly, yeah, that as long as I went to church every Sunday, yeah, went to that trial, got up in that court and did not lie to God, if you have got anything not to say, do not lie, because you will stand in front of me one day. And I thought to myself, yeah, I'm being now tested from the big man, yes, and now he's going to take me in this court. And he said to me in my head every day, I thought I was losing the plot, obviously. Every day I kept getting over my head. This guy from the church kept coming down and seeing me. And they said that we've never seen that ever. This guy from the church keeps walking on the wing, coming up, tapping on my door, giving me these papers. I'm reading and it's all making sense. Yeah, and stick to my guns. You didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, do not plead to doing something that you did not do. And everyone says mad. On the second day of the trial, before I got up to give any evidence, the judge listened to every one of their when they stand up in the dock and they give their evidence.
Yeah.
The last one was in the waiting to give his evidence on the second day, and the judge told the clerk to walk down, because every one of their stories are all corresponding. He said, and I believe that they've been conferring with each other, and I believe that they've been put, if they have been put in the same room, I will just shut this case out. And I'm sitting there, I didn't know what was going on. I just thought he's having a row with the woman. My solicitors looked round at me and gave me a little wink. Yeah, and a very good solicitor, Stephen Hadley, God bless, barrister. If he wasn't there and if he never got put there, I probably wouldn't be out today. Yeah, but he winked at me, put his thumb up, and I couldn't work out what was going on. When they walked down to the clerk, to get the last witness and took the other witness back, when they walked into the room, there was 2 police officers and 5 witnesses in one room. So they had dirty witnesses. Yeah, they acquitted the case. And before I got up in that dock and gave evidence, yeah, I walked out on my own, 1 against 6. Everyone said I was mad. Everyone thought they was going to knock me off. Yeah, and I made it. My brother Mark pleaded with me to say, what are you doing, Tom? I said, listen, I'm going to get up, I'm going to say exactly what happened, how it happened, and if they want to put me away for the rest of my life, going to pick my kid up, so be it. I said, I'm not going to lie to the big man. Put my phone down. Yeah, that was the last call I had to my brother. And I walked in there, and I can't believe, second day of the trial, I didn't even have to get up and give evidence, because the judge retired the thing, acquitted the case, and I walked out after 10 months. I've been sat, yes. Thank you! But he opened my eyes up to make me realise, you know, like...
Had you always had a strong faith before that?
Very, very puzzled, as I say, from when I was a young age, growing up. We used to do our own thing, and if you've never been to school, and you're surrounded by older people, you don't... Yeah, you get little bits of everything, you've got to try and make your own judgment up, you know. This is the thing, we got brought up on law of the land. The laws has changed now, so when we was younger, we didn't have to go to school if we didn't want to go to school, because we got brought up on the law of the land and we didn't ask the government for nothing. They never used to bother us. So therefore, if you didn't want to go to school, you didn't have to. Now you have to go to school. If not, you get punished, and then the mums and dads go to prison. Yeah, so they have to do that. But if you didn't go to school, and you never got to teach the difference between breaking the law, common law, and law of the land, how would you know whether you was getting in trouble or not?
course.
Until you get in trouble.
Of course.
So then they find themselves getting in trouble all the time with the police because not knowing. Do you understand? And then this is what I'm saying. From 200 years ago to now, I think we've come forward quite quick from getting hung in the street square, in the street, in the squares, in the middle of towns. We're getting hung for being gypsies. You know, I sound like I'm sitting there keep crying about it, but it's the truth.
It's recent.
Google it. Google it. So, I love Google.
So
yes.
you got out of jail then, thank the Lord from this being.
Yeah, 6 weeks later. 6 weeks later, I come straight out, got on the phone with Dave. Dave went, right, you got acquitted. That means you're a free man, no charges. I'll get you a fight. He got me a fight with Alex Reed's stablemate, Darren. And I got told not to take the fight, yeah, because I didn't have enough training, but I took the fight anyway. The fight was for in 12 weeks. 6 weeks from the day that I took the fight and come out this day after I come out of prison, I got shot in the face. And then I hit ricocheted off the cheekbone, took my teeth out, and then got buried in the back of my jaw. So then I obviously had it took out, had a bit of facial, was in hospital for a little bit.
But what led to it, Tone, then? Obviously, I don't want you to talk about anyone specifically getting anyone in trouble or anything like this, but what...
It was an occupational hazard for the community. For the community, because if these feuds, listen, this feud that I got shot for, yeah, happened before I was born. So I was born into it, yeah? So the people that it all happened with are relations of mine that I've never spoken to, and I don't even know what it's been over. But that is how it is, you know. And you know what? I don't hold grudges. Whatever happens on the battlefield stays on the battlefield. So I'm quite happy with participating at any time. You know, as long as nobody gets arrested and we stick by the code.
Fair
yes,
play,
no problem. That's how we've been brought up.
Fair play.
But apart from that, kids, women should not be around or have anything to do. It should not be at anyone's place. Yeah. But they're entitled to get their head blown off their shoulders. That sort of stress and aggravation to kids and women. Because I've had my windows blown out when I've been a kid. I watched my uncle get shot when I was 8 years of age. Me and my brother did, you know. As I say, my dad died when I was a young boy. We've seen a lot of gruesome things. Been shot myself. You know, I'm not sitting here.
So you don't believe in bringing trouble to the doorstep of people then? You won't go into someone's site or anything like this if there's a problem?
I'd wait till they left. And then when they left, we'd run, wouldn't we, Phiz? We'd get the Cherokee, brother. No, but listen, there's different means and different ways of sorting any problem out. And unless somebody armed or hurt one of my kids, yeah, unless I'm getting paid for violence, yeah, there ain't no violence. The word is mightier than the sword. Get somebody locked in a room with me 45 minutes, they will not have earwax left. I will burn it.
And so the other day on there, Here Come the Gypsies, I see you being a fair play man.
Fair play man.
Settling one's disputes. So obviously this is the best way to settle disputes, as long as it hasn't gone too far. Bare knuckle fight.
Win, lose or draw. Well, it's our culture, it's what we've been brought up to do, you know, and instead of wasting taxpayers' money, yes, and all the time of the courts and the process, if two young boys can have a couple of punches, shake hands, nobody gets hurt, yeah, and that's the end of it. They learn the hard way, they realise what it's like to have a fight and get a bloody nose, and trust me, next day they would rather go to work, 90% of them. Then wake up and carry that halfway down, you know. So it gives everybody like a bit of life experience. Until you had your first little clump in the ear roll, yeah, I guarantee that you had a little bit too much to say or too much, you know. So this is what I'm saying. It's a reality check. So I believe it makes kids grow up a little bit.
So I can't imagine too many people who want to have bare knuckle scraps with you then, Tone.
No, well, I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't blame them because they would have to bring a lot of money. Yeah, and it would have to be inside a cage, and I would have to be getting a lot, how can I put it, a lot of credit for it, because I've done this my whole life. What, to hit somebody or do something to somebody who has got no training, yeah, I would be a bully, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I would be if I just won't go and beat a disabled person. I just won't go and wait outside a mental institution. Broadmoor! And what's his name? What's his name? Bronson! Oh, no.
So for you, obviously you're a professional fighter, you wouldn't risk fucking up by even having a scrap for money then? You wouldn't fight for money unless it's in the ring with proper licence conditions and all that sort of stuff?
No, I'm a professional. As I say, I've I've been on every Gypsy programme on mainline TV since 2009. Paddy Doherty started Fat Gypsy Wedding to be ambassador and a spokesperson for the Irish Travellers, and I took it to be one for the English Gypsies, the Romany Gypsies. Yeah, so we're the same meat, different gravy. Yeah, but it was two aspects to it. And then we started in 2009, and then we've done one every year. I've done 2 series of every one of them. Yeah, and then awesome. I just put, even to the other cast, I still sit down with all the production team, and we go through all the people. We've got like a 10-year decade now behind us. I didn't sell myself out when they all tried. They all wanted me at the beginning of my career to sell myself out. Yeah, and there's one thing about me, that money comes and goes. But what's got to last with you for the rest of your life is self-dignity and respect. And I've got loads of it. Asked anyone. Said, you know the Rhino? Rough chavvy. Oh, don't upset him. He'd be, No, but this is what I'm saying to you. So it took years to get where I am today. All I want to do is show everybody in the world that I was the first ever one with there was not another Gypsy, a person from my culture, turn professional and win a title at mixed martial arts, except for me. I'll get no credit for it. I'll get no credit for it. There was no other Gypsy to sit on Channel 4 and open the gates to the Gypsy culture and say, look at us, we're not that bad. Maybe a little bit crazy, anti-sociable, yes, but our shit's the same colour as your shit. I assure you of that. And this is what I'm saying. So yeah, I went out on a limb for everyone.
You have been carrying the Gypsy community in a big way for a lot of years, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, and if I can get through to some of the younger ones, because I knew how confused I was when I was a young kid. I was like, what am I gonna do in my life? Where am I going to? Yeah, that was from a kid. What else did you have to do all day? Apart from get kicked up the arse or clean the plot up, you know? It was like, what am I gonna do? Well, I have to try and do something. And trust me, I've been down more T roads than anyone I know. Yeah, but at the minute I'm on the motorway and I'm in the fast lane.
Good.
Man, I got a full tank.
Don't speed.
And the turbo's kicking in, brother. Friday night, Friday the 13th.
So yeah, let's talk about Friday the 13th then. Like, after all you've achieved, Tone, in MMA and the K1 kickboxing and that, why you turn into boxing? Why are you having this boxing match?
I don't care what contact sport is. Yeah, they want taekwondo, they want judo, any contact sport, yes, pro, as long as we are up with the best, because I'd rather be beat by the best, yes, than put to the test by bum. So therefore, I've got nothing to lose. I'm going in for a title. Tony 7 belts, and I will be Tony 8 belts. Things don't work out, we'll weigh them in.
Because even after everything you achieve, you're still a young man, only 37 years old.
37 last
week. So you've got a few years in you with obviously that top level performance. So what are you looking to achieve in the boxing then? Is there any sort of dream opponents or any big fights?
KSI, YouTuber. I've just come back from Marbella, a couple of week training camp. Yep. As I say, I'm training with a top pro, can I say no? Yes, Rocky. He's had 40 odd pro fights. He has fought from every level in this game. So unless you've been with somebody and trained with someone that's been through the motion, yes, and has done what the best of the game has done, and been in there competing with them, yeah, then you are never going to get, yeah, the best out of your fighter. So I believe that my old man used to always say that, God bless his soul. And the last few weeks before my fight, he comes into my life. Yeah, and I feel like we've clicked together, and now I feel like that I am being watched. Yeah, so by our higher spirit, and that is why I've got not one worry in the world about going in here, taking this title, and then whoever cruiserweight, whichever cruiserweight, I've had 40 odd fights, lost, been disqualified once, lost 3 split decisions, yes, 4, maybe 5 fights I've lost out of 45 pro fights, so 40, 4-0. Look at me metal behind me. Yes, equipped, other countries, titles, whatever weight. Yes, big money fight, KSI. Do you know what? Bit of traveller and traveller beef, I don't care.
Oh, you fight another traveller then?
Traveller and traveller beef, I don't care.
You got your eyes on?
Right, anyone, cruiserweight, anybody that would like to fight, Indians, I don't care what culture, I do not care what colour, I do not care.
Tommy Fury's light heavyweight.
I've got nothing against Tommy Fury, but if he wants to fight, yes, I'm your man. Tony Giles, not a problem. Get in contact, Camberley Boxing Club, and let's get it on, Tommy boy.
So let's talk to us about your
bit of that could be a good fight. A bit of reality TV via reality TV.
Your fighter with the personality to match.
The young dog versus the old dog.
Perfect.
Both same background. KSI, Tommy Fury. Listen, whoever they put in front of me, the next few years that I've got in this game, I will put my heart, my soul, I'll put this beautiful face on the line. Because I believe that I've led my slabs of history for long enough now. I've got a few years left. I'm going to smash a few, make a little ripple, and then whatever happens with me and my Sophie and the rest of my kids after that happens. Yes. I'll moonwalk off into the night.
So like you said,
like Floyd Mayweather, Black Gypsy brother. If Floyd wants it, I'll fight you, Floyd. Jake Paul, Floyd, mush. I could be here all day, reeling them off.
Of course. And so, like I said, you're fighting next week. We're down Camberley Boxing Club, beautiful facility. You've got some good people in your team. So you've got Rocky, you've got Charlie.
Got Charlie, got little Charles Frankham. So I've got little Alfie Best, my little cousin, love him. So as I say, we've got Rocky Field training the boys down there. We've got Nick Webb, Big Pro, Big Nick. We've got little John Cole coming. We've got loads of boys turning over. Little Tony Vincent. A lot of good fighters. Pardon?
Andrew Grant. Andre, yeah.
Andre Grant.
Yeah, Andre from Farnborough.
Andre.
Good boy. And very so good. Talk to me about how's the training gone, Tony? What sort of shape you in today? You've been sparring hard, training hard?
My ear, I couldn't hear it too well. You know, when I come off on the flight, my eardrum busted. So I had a little bit of turbulence landing into Heathrow. Pop! The ear roll gone. So a few antibiotics and a few anti-inflammatories, and I feel right. So I finished them today. So the next few days now, I'm going to do a stretch. I've done this for years. I've programmed to do it. It's nothing exciting. Bring it on. Can't wait. And then where I've had this little, it's been a year since I've been here. My last fight I won 1 minute 40 seconds by knockout. Yes, and after that fight there, I had over a year of being promised fights, getting to the point of just before the fight and something happening. So now I'm in my hometown, beautiful London, England, the Queen's Corner, the O2 in Greenwich. I'm coming, and they will remember the Rhino. I assure you of this.
So who have you got managing you then at the moment, Tony?
At the minute, I've got
a dream person to be managing, you know?
No, I also, in my multiple mixed personality, what I hold, there's a business side to me. All right, after this is off, I'll show you. Yes, you got any cards? You got any money? Oh, look at that, see, my John by car. Horse, dog? No. You got any debts?
Do a bit of everything, do you?
No! I'm only joking. This is what I'm saying. This is what I do every day of my life. So this is, I'll get paid from my sponsors, the Daily Sport. Love you.
And you know, of late, I've seen you in a lot of music videos. You've got Surreyside Phiz here today.
Yeah, love Phiz.
French Kids video recently.
Love
Phiz. With Silky.
Yeah, Silky.
Dutchavelli.
JK.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, all of them. All the man, them Tom Gazzetti. The boys, they're blowing up. As I say, little Jolly B, he's just dropped the new song. My big bro, and it goes my big bro Tony. So as I say, I back them, they back me.
Helping try to shine a bit of limelight on them with your obviously personality and your following.
Well, we sort of, I seem to find a lot of the rappers come from the back, because Mr. Feud, one of my best friends, he was the one who set the platform in the UK with Harvey, So Solid Crew back in the day for the freestyle and the grime. So now all of a sudden that all of these younger ones are taking over and is getting somewhere out of it. It's like the Gracie brothers when they started cage fighting. Yeah, now they're not getting them big £1 million fights. Yeah, but there's other people getting them. But they laid the slabs and they laid the foundation, same as Mr. Phiz. He laid the Van Harvey. They laid the foundation, and we've done it. He used to sing me out to my songs. We used to go to the studio. Same sort of thing, you know. You have a bad upbringing, you have a little bit of a few, how can I put it, a few bad experiences, and you have to sort of express yourself in some way. And if it's getting inside a ring or a cage, earning money for beating the life out of someone, it's better than going to the pub, yeah, getting nicked, going to prison for it. Trust me, you get paid, you get laid. You could be laid out, or you're in the bed smiling about the extra O that you've got in your banking account. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Tony Joel's UK Instagram. I don't really like all that stuff. Or money movie. I love a picture. One picture, 1,000 words. What Zula?
So you mentioned you obviously got the tattoo on your arm there, Gypsy Mafia, and then
yes.
you touched it a little bit about what a proud Gypsy travelling man you are. And so talk to me about what Gypsy Mafia means to you then. It's not what
Gypsy Mafia. Do you know what? Right, so the Mafia is an organisation because the Spaniards went to Sicily to take all the people from Italy and Sicily, yes, and to take over their lands. All of the locals, homeowners, all got together and said, you know what, they can have Italy, they're not taking Sicily. We'll stand together, we have our own law, we don't do no wrong, they haven't had to change us for all these years. These frog eating, snail sucking people are not doing this to us. And what did they do? They stood their ground, they won. They're still there now.
And so this is a case of...
the same with us. We are gypsies and we are proud. We are here to stay. Yeah. We're not going nowhere. They cannot wipe us out. They cannot funnel us out. Our culture has been here from the beginning of time. We're going nowhere. All we're doing is getting bigger, badder, stronger, harder. It's actually fashionable now to be a gypsy. Well, I remember back years ago when I was a kid, if you said you was a gypsy, you had a good chance of getting beat up. You know, a little group of boys, you know, they're going to get you. Yeah, especially if you're on your own. But now it's very fashionable. Everybody's related to a gypsy.
And so another thing you've got the tattoo for and you're a big advocate of, and it seems to be working for you, is the secret, the law of attraction.
Law of attraction.
When did you learn about this and how did you come into your life? And obviously it's something that is working for you, you're living by it.
Like, as I say, that I got into the law of attraction back same sort of time as when I was in prison. As I say, I had a lot of things, and I kept thinking that if I shut my eyes, something what I heard down at the church on the Sunday, on the first week I got there, that if you shut your eyes and you use your brain and you picture all these different places and things, the room gets a lot bigger. And then, as I say, you go from being in a little cell, yeah, to being, it's like being in space, you know, because you shut your eyes and play it out in the head, stick to the positivity. And then all of a sudden I got to grab this book, The Secret, I got told to watch it. Bob Proctor, he was one of my, let's say, more gurus, I could relate to him, everything that he said, that everyone was programmed, that I used to watch because I never went to school. And I noticed that every single body that I knew that went to school, yeah, they was programmed into waking up. And if you just watch their program, yeah, you could sit and you could say, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. He's going to do that because they're fixed in a program to do that, you know. So it works for the government, which is a good thing, you know. People are happy doing it. Fair play. I always thought that there's a little bit more to it, you know.
So yeah, like you, I'm a massive advocate of the law of attraction. For anyone who don't know it, pick up the book, watch the movie.
Watch it. I do coaching every night on there, so there's law of attraction coaching. There's also Joe Disparzi with the meditation. I do meditation in the morning and at night time. Open that little, hit the field. If you hit the fields, you know, you wake up in the morning time, from the top of your brain down to the bottom of your spine, there's a pipe that goes from the pineal gland to the bottom of your spine. And if you do this breathing technique right, then you can suck up all the proteins, everything up into your pineal gland, and then you hit the field. And that is meditation, people. When you hit that field, you will see like a camera, all these different little things, and then you can't take note in to what they are. All you can do is just think, God. And then you get this impulse of energy, and then you think, God, what has happened to me? And then over the next 2 weeks, all those little images all start coming to life, and everything that you had in your head starts playing out. So if you can stay positive, you can meditate, You know, your thoughts carry your future, you know, shapes your future, hopefully.
That's some pure knowledge there from Tony, take it into.
It took years of you two. Do you know the money I've spent on it? But Grunter!
And so obviously you've got a massive fan base, Tony. Have you got any merchandise or anything like this for your fans where anyone can buy sort of any t-shirts, hats or anything like that? Or if not, why isn't there? Is it going to start something? You got anything?
Never did start this to be a celebrity. I don't want to be a celebrity. Have no interest whatsoever in the celebrity, how can I put it, side of things. Yeah, what I believe is that I'm a fighter. I believe that I'm a character, and I believe that I'm a little bit different. I've got a different story. Everyone's got a story. I've got a different story, you know, and if they want to hear it, I'm here to tell it. Yeah, but I'm no different than anyone else. Yeah, we all bleed the same. Yeah, I may have different opinion. Yeah, and I may have a different belief system. Yeah, than a lot of people. But I'll assure you one thing. You're all watching me now. I'm not at home watching you, and you're listening to exactly what I'm saying. Because it's not what you hear every day, and it's the truth. Scouts on it.
And so, what about a message for your fans, Tony? Like you said, you're not trying to do it for celebrity or anything like this, but you are a bit of a celebrity, you are a star, you have got fans. What message you got for your fans out there? People have been struggling a little bit with the last 18 months through COVID times.
My message is, if I can do it, and I can, when I was a kid, I used to sit there, I used to think to myself, and I used to pray, I used to think, please, when I get older, let me be this guy. And then from there, I could see it in my head, I could feel it in my belly, I was that person, and I opened my eyes and I wasn't. And then I believed it. And then from that point there, being a kid, up into the point of me being that guy. I don't know how I got there, but I got there. Yeah, and it's all about belief. You believe, you will receive. Yeah, and it's all positive. If you have a malicious intent on anything, yeah, and I'm saying, listen, losing is learning, and if you make a mistake, and then you acknowledge that, and then you even admit to that, and you make that mistake, not a bad thing, a good thing, that you look back and laugh at, yeah, it helps you in life, gives you respect, because everyone does it, yeah, and look, trust me, yeah, it's not embarrassing, it's not, everyone has this social opinion, yeah, and you know what social opinion is? A thing that is generated through schools and through, how can I put this, through groups of certain people in aspects of earning money have made the social opinion with the public. And that social opinion means more to the public than the public. Because all it's doing is every time they get on there, they start trolling people on the internet, they start letting the internet take over their world, they start letting them opinions, yes, get in front of their judgment. You know what happens? Their life goes on a whirlwind downhill. Yeah, stay on the righteous road. I believe, get up in the morning, give some gratitude, thank you. I think I'm going to allow brick today, a brick tomorrow. The best bricks, no different than the wall of China, because you know what, it's still there now. They built a wall, it's still there now. And what a wall it is, you know, and one day the wall will be made.
Of course. So is there any other topics that we haven't touched on that you'd like to touch on at all today, Tony?
I don't know, let's not talk about my mum. That's for sure.
I ain't going near.
She ain't done me washing. I'm highly upset, and I've got an airy back at the moment.
And what about any shout-outs you'd like to make? You'd like to make any shout-outs, any thank yous to any of your team, or?
Right. I would like to say, first of all, thank you for everybody who's watching this right now. I'm sorry, and I apologise if you find me a little bit aggressive and a little bit crazy on my message. But trust me, honesty is the best policy. Stick to the righteous road, and everything you want in your life, you get up in the morning time with a smile on your face and you can have it. It's easy. If I can get it, yeah, and other people around me that do the exact same, had nothing, lived the righteous road, done the right thing, yeah, they've all got exactly what they want. Yeah, get rich quick schemes do not work. All they do is get you shot or in prison. Yes, so either wear a bulletproof vest, yes, or get a good lawyer if you want to do that. If not, get up, go to work, enjoy life. That's it, innit? And buy a ticket. Watch me. Watch me.
Where can people get in touch with you,
Prince Nazi, right, I'd like to also say that at the beginning of this year, Big Ron Smith, God bless his soul, he passed on. He left his beautiful wife and his daughter and all his kids, you know, so I feel sorry for them, and as I say, I'm going to devote the next fight to him, a proper man, you know. I'm going to devote the next fight to him. And Grant Miller from the Daily Sport, he owns Bet UK Daily Sport, he's been with me from the beginning. His dad's just passed on, God bless him, you know. He's in a little bit of in a bad place at the moment, so if I can put a smile on them families' faces by doing this, you know, and give a little bit of respect to the dead, because let me tell you what we're all guaranteed for. We're all guaranteed to cross that bridge one day. One day!